Hi, everybody. Didn't scare you. Scare the dolly. Welcome, Dali, the Wolfgirl Oracle. Welcome to kdmoonchild's world. I'm Katie,
And
and
I'm Dali.
hey, Dali, and this is the Lightworkers RoundTable.
Yes. Oh, I got to turn my volume down here. Hang on.
Hey, I
There's
didn't
gotta.
have myself on
There
YouTube.
we
That's
go.
the only reason I hadn't done it yet on my phone because
Yes,
I
I can
always.
actually.
Everybody knows, it's not a live stream with me unless you know,
Right.
you get to hear my phone. Repeat what I said 10 seconds ago, depending on the delay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You might hear Crosby barking in the background, and you might hear Rick nailing on the house.
Ah,
So if you guys hear a bunch of banging,
that's
it's
life.
Rick. It's Rick. He's out there
See?
putting siding on the house. So. Oh, I hear your phone. Yeah. Oh,
Hey, Swampy. Hi, Jenny. Good to see you. You're Sheila? Hi, Sheila. Good to meet you, Sheila.
hello.
Although
Hello,
you've been my
everyone.
friend for a while now with Swampy63. I love your name. Hi, Sherry. Good to see you. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. So, Miss
Hopefully I can.
Dolly.
Hopefully I can see the chat. I got the chat over on the side here, so if you guys see me
And you're
looking,
signed in as Rachel Dolly Hug.
yes, I am. Yeah, because I don't have that on my. I don't have my Wolfgirl Oracle on my uh laptop yet.
Okay. You and me
So
have Gotcha. And yeah, I was gonna say, do I have you as a moderator? Yeah. You know what? Jenny needs to be a moderator. Might as well have everybody be a moderator.
let's all do it together.
Because in that
We're,
way we can all play whack-a-troll from one moderator to the next.
we are yes, we are in it together.
Yes. Actually, that's fun. That's like doing a layup for basketball. One guy passes you the ball, the other guy tosses it up, and the third guy tips it in.
That's it. That's exactly what we're doing.
Oh. Hi, Chase. Good to
All right.
see you. Good to see you. Okay, Miss
Okay.
Dolly, tell us about yourself. What?
Hi, I'm Dali. I do have a channel. It is the Wolfgirl Oracle. I do daily oracle readings every morning at 6 a.m. I don't expect people to get up at 6 a.m. to see this, but I just do it before I go to work. So I do oracle readings every day. I also do shadow work on my channel, and I'm doing I'm right in the, I'm just, part 3 will come out tomorrow
Cool.
of a 10-part series on shadow work. So if anyone's interested in shadow work, please go to my channel and check out the first one first. Do them in order. There is some method to this madness, so please do it in order. And I tell everybody, get a spiral notebook and just write the questions down and don't answer them right away. Think about it. Like, take a few days to just think about the questions and answer honestly, because nobody else is going to look at this. I'm not going to ask you to send it to me. I don't want to know. This is just for you. The shadow work is just for you. And it's really the only way that you can actually get something out of it is if you're very honest and you actually take some time to think about it. So it's not something that you just want to whip through. Like I have my own personal shadow work book that I've been working through now for quite a long time, the Shadow Work Journal.
And there's several of them on Amazon.
And yes, there's many good ones out there. This just happens to be the first one that I picked up. And the first few things I kind of whipped through, and then I realized that's not how you do this. You really got to take some time and digest the question.
Yeah.
And see what it brings up, see what it festers up from your past or, from your subconscious.
Yes.
So that's what I'm doing on my channel right now. And I'm hoping at some point here to start doing some meditation 101 classes for people who have problems with meditating.
Awesome. Great.
I know not everybody can sit down and start meditating, you know.
Well, I think people have a lot of preconceived ideas of what meditation is supposed to do and what it's supposed to achieve.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
And
That's
there
it.
is no what it's supposed to achieve. Your process is your process.
That's right. That's right. And for everybody it's a little bit different, you know.
And you can
And
never ever completely shut your mind into quietness.
no,
It won't
your
work
brain,
because
that's
you
not
don't want it to, because
right.
that's spirit talking to you saying, you need to see this, you need to focus on this, this is part of the meditation.
Right, and it's your brain's job to think, you know.
Yeah.
It's your brain's job to think. So while you're sitting there quietly, especially when you start to relax, when you're just letting your body, you're letting all that tension go from your neck and
Mhm.
your head, from the furrow of
Yes.
your brow, from your jaw, from your arms, from your legs. When all of that starts to relax, that's when your subconscious starts working,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
things will come up. You know, I've gone and done. I don't do this anymore, but I used to go and do weekend long meditation sessions where we would be meditating for 10 hours a day.
Wow.
And I had some of the craziest stuff come out of my subconscious when I did that.
I
Like
bet.
stuff that I thought
Well, you would be so
I
open.
buried. Yeah, that I
Yeah.
buried.
You'd be so
I
open.
Yes, yes. So I had many many years of stuff from my childhood coming up and coming out. That was sort of my original shadow work, you know.
Yeah. Look at Swampy. She says, I've written down 2, but they may be behind on the 3rd, Dali. She's
That's
working with you.
okay.
She's doing
Just
it.
there is thank you so much, Swampy. Thank you so much. Remember, if you've got any questions, just reach out to me either
Oh,
in the
yeah.
chat or you can email me at Daliwolf27. That's DALIWOLF 27 at gmail.com.
And it's in the
Daliwolf27.
description
And it's
box.
in the description. So, please, feel free to reach out if you have any questions. I am not a psychiatrist. I am not a professional, anything like that. I'm just somebody who is also on the shadow work journey. So, and I've been doing it for a little while now. So I kind of have a good grip on some of the things that it's supposed to be doing. And I'd love to help. I'd love to help because I feel like everybody should do some shadow work. I
No,
feel like,
shadow work actually is very crucial if you're a spiritual
yes,
person at all, because it'll block you.
yes,
You will be
yes,
completely blocked in getting all those things you're dreaming of
yes,
because you're stuffing lessons that you didn't learn.
yes, 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 yes,
And that's kind of a really simplistic way of putting it. But when you go through a trauma, you go through a crisis, there's elements of that you just, so much comes at you at once, you can't deal with it all. So you compartmentalize it and shove stuff back. And it's
yes.
usually the hardest stuff that you don't want to deal with that you shove back.
Yeah, but there's also good things that you shove back too.
Yeah.
Because as we're children, when we're children, we
Yeah.
look up to our mom and dad, we look up to our teachers, we look up to if you were a churchgoer, you might look up to your pastor. There were all
Mhm.
these people in our childhood that we looked up to.
All these
And
authoritarian figures that,
right,
yeah.
right. And sometimes we took things to them that we enjoyed. Like for me, I loved art. I
Yeah.
loved art. I enjoyed art. It brought me all this joy. And I had one teacher who told me that my stuff was crap. And it caused me to shove my desire to do art away, just deep
Mm.
inside of me. And it didn't come back to me until I was in my mid to late
Yeah.
30s. So
Wow.
I threw away something that was absolute pure joy to me because of one person, a judgment that was made by one person when I
Mhm.
was 9 years old. And so it's stuff like that too. You may have things in your life that brought you great joy that you
Yes.
shoved away because one person that you saw as an authority figure, as somebody who you trusted, said something to you that made you put up that block.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like
So
Kevin, the healing medium, and I were talking, because our whole talk that night ended up being pretty much about being your authentic self.
Mm-hmm.
And when someone doesn't allow you to be who you are and they tell you you're wrong by being who you are, that kind of a discount, going even, that's a lot of shadow work.
Yes, it is.
A lot of shadow work.
Mm-hmm.
And all my life, you know me, you guys all know me, I'm very artistic, super creative. And all my life I was told, you can't make a living doing that. You need a real job.
Yeah,
So,
that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's stuff like that.
mhm,
You are fantastic at art, and you absolutely could have made a living doing art,
absolutely.
And but we
Hi,
can't
DQ Billy.
when you realize, hey, I coulda, shoulda, woulda, and
Yeah.
didn't because of this. That also harbors up a lot of resentment, and that
Yes.
resentment and that pain that you have, that's another thing that shadow work does. It brings it to the surface, and you have to forgive.
Yeah.
You have to forgive and let it go, because it's the past and it can't be changed.
And
It
it's
can't
the
be
person
changed.
who told me that was my dad. And it's interesting because was a fantastic artist himself. But he was a Depression child and a World War II vet. So he
Right, so his
came
person.
from that total practical mindset that his whole life was all about being practical, and being an artist just wasn't practical.
Right, and I think that was a lot of people from that era, right?
Right.
That was my
And
that
if
was
he
my
would have
grandma and grandpa.
explained it that way, I would have taken it differently. But it's
Let's say
how it came out.
I want to say hi to some people. I want to say hi to Jay. I want to say hi to Swampy. We already said hi to Swampy, but hi Swampy. Hi Geek Hillbilly. Chase. Chase.
Yes.
Chase.
Chase
Chase.
Samo.
Oh, hi.
Chase just
Hi.
came back. Chase has been gone a while. We're all really happy to see her back.
Oh, Sherry's here too. Hi, Sherry.
Uh-huh.
And Jenny. So there's all kinds of people here. Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for coming to see us and
Yes.
join in
Very
our
much so.
our conversation.
Geek Hillbilly just says, relearned how to live poor. I did that. I had to relearn because when I moved into this house, my mom and dad passed away, and I'm in this house, and it's an old house built in 1952. It's nickel and diamond me to death. The stuff that needs to be done to this house. And I don't have that money.
Yeah, I
So
understand.
what I do is I get real selective. What In the wintertime, I don't heat the whole house. I only heat the room I'm in. Stuff like that.
Hmm.
And I used to pick at myself and go, God dang it, I've gone backwards in life. Why am I at this point? And I play those tapes in my head. I'm highly critical of myself. And then I started thinking, wait a minute, look how you're dealing with this. You're being extremely creative. You go and you spend
Yeah.
$75 for a heater that heats just that one room instead of spending $275 a month to heat the whole dang house. So then I'm going, wait a minute, I'm not learning how to live poor. I'm taking care of the earth because I'm not heating rooms I'm not in.
Well, right. You have to.
It's
Materialism is a lie, you guys. Materialism is a lie. And
all it is just to get you to buy more shit so more
yes,
people get rich.
it's not. There is nothing better about you if you've got a designer handbag versus a handbag maybe that you got secondhand. Like I have designer handbags. Not one of them is new. I didn't buy any of my designer handbags new. And I am a girl.
Yeah,
I do like my designer handbags, but I didn't buy any of them brand new. I bought them used at rummage
that's me.
sales. I bought them. If I pick them up and they
Poshmark.
give me a weird feeling, of course I don't buy them. I'm like you,
I'll be
Katie, where
honest
I
with
gotta
you.
I gotta like touch things before I buy them
I
because
don't buy like used clothes.
no,
I
not so
won't
much.
wear
No.
used clothes,
Mm-mm.
even designer clothes. Nope.
No.
Especially now since after COVID. But I know someone that goes to a lot of estate sales,
Mhm.
and he buys and makes a point of this, and it's
Oh,
disgusting. Oh God, it's so gross to me. He buys the stuff out of people's showers, their leftover the shampoos and stuff, and I'm like, that's their dead skin. I can't. And he'll give it to me, and I'll go, thank you very much, on the way to the garbage can. Never even makes it in my house, and it's all,
yeah,
oh, you paid a
that's
quarter. Look at the
disgusting.
size of this big bottle of shampoo I paid a quarter for.
It's
Ooh.
like using somebody's leftover deodorant or something. It's like, why would you do that? Please,
Oh.
please, please email me. I'll send you some deodorant. Oh my God.
And what
Geek
he saw
Hillbilly
me,
said that
yeah,
oh, I
he's
was looking at Geek. He spent $6,
yeah,
he bought his main desktop computer was purchased for $6 out of a junkyard.
yeah,
You
he
go, Geek
rebuilds.
Hillbilly.
That's what he does, Rachel, is he takes old dinosaur computers and turns them into usable computers.
I like what Flowing just said too. Hi, Flowing, by the way.
Hi,
Said
Chloe.
it's fun to shop my own. It's fun to shop my own stuff. Even the old stuff is new. Yeah, when you go like to, I'm a
Absolutely.
Goodwill shopper. I love going to Goodwill because I love buying shiny, pretty things. And that people have discarded. I love, like I
I
was
look
telling.
for collector stuff at
I
Goodwill.
look for copper bowls, like I was telling Katie,
Oh,
all my offering bowls are copper because
yeah.
copper is like a powerful conduit for spirit. Um, so I like to buy those used. I don't have to buy those brand new. I don't care if they've got a little bit of a dent in them or a scratch or something. So what,
I go to a secondhand place. I beeline it to the kitchen section so that I can look for, because I collect teacups. You know,
Oh, that's cool.
pretty little. My mom collected them,
Hmm.
and she got me started. She bought me a Lennox Demitas cup that is
Ooh.
white. I should go get it. It is white, and when you hold it up to the light, in the bottom of it, there's a face.
Oh, yes, my mom has some like that. Next time I'm at my
And I
mom's, Katie,
love that cup so much. It's like one of my most prized possessions.
the next time I'm at my mom's, I'll take a picture of hers. That hers
Oh,
come from
cool.
Japan.
Mm-hmm.
They're Nippon.
Nippon.
No, that's wrong. It's Nor. I think
Makita?
it's Nor. No, maybe it's Makita.
Noritaki?
It might be Nor. I think it's Noritaki. I think
Noritaki.
it's Noritaki. But
Noritaki
I'll take a
is
picture of it and I'll send it to you.
like Lennox. Yeah,
Yeah.
Noritaki is in that Lennox price range.
Okay. Well,
Yeah. Um,
that's
yeah,
cool.
I used to be really into fine porcelains and stuff because I used to make ceramics. My mom and I did that when I was a kid.
Oh, that's cool. That's a good
That was
meditation.
that was our thing to do. My mother and I was paint. You go buy the greenware and then you paint it. Well, I would go and like get Nefertiti, and then I'd go get a picture of the real statue of it and make it identical.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
Yeah.
where I learned my painting. I'm a realist. I can do abstracts and stuff, but abstracts to me are so easy. There's no challenge to it. So I'm a
Hmm.
realist. I try to make it look as much like the photograph as I can make it. Which,
Oh, that's cool.
well, no,
Um,
that's hard on the
that's
head.
art is such a art or doing any kind of, like, for me, carving. I carve. I
Mhm.
paint too, but I carve, mostly I carve. That's a great form of meditation too. That's why there's so
Yes,
many different ways you guys could be meditating. When you're in the shower, you
I
could
was
do a
just gonna say
shower
my favorite
meditation.
place to meditate's the shower.
The shower, if you the whole point
Yeah.
of the shower practice, okay, is to stay in the moment while you're showering. When you're
Yes.
shampooing, just shampoo. When you're washing your face, just wash your face. When you're washing down your body, just wash down your body and just pay attention to what you're doing in the moment. And if your mind slips away, because that's what our minds do, they slip away, you just bring it back in. You acknowledge, okay, I'm thinking about work, and then you come back to showering and shower, because that's a practice in mindfulness, and
It is. It
mindfulness
is.
is very, very healthy. It's a
With
very, very healthy
me,
practice.
when I'm doing a shower meditation, I'm not thinking that I'm in the shower. I'm in a waterfall and it's cleansing me. So that's where my mind is at. That's where the meditation is at.
Yeah.
And I actually forget about soap. I'm not a big soap user anyway.
Mhm.
I like shampoo my hair with baking soda and cold water. My conditioner is coconut oil. I don't support Procter and Gamble very much. Let's just put it that way. Uh-oh. Am I frozen or is Dali frozen? Long Beach has the best dumpsters? Really? I bet. I love to go dumpster diving. That's fun. Uh-oh. Who's froze? Are you hearing me? Oh, good. It's not me. Oh, Dali. Do you want to go out and come back in?
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, she's back.
Yeah, sorry guys, I lost my internet for a second there. Rick is doing some work outside, so I don't know if he's like messing with things
Oh, he
coming
might
in
have
and out of
moved
the
a
house.
wire. Yeah. No biggie. No big deal. You know, StreamYard does that. Oh, we got her again. Rick, leave the wires alone.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this keeps going in and out. I'm sorry about that.
I told Rick to
I'm
leave the wires alone.
Okay.
When he went out, I yelled at Rick and said, leave the wires alone.
I'm going to try to connect to different. There we go. Hopefully this will work better. Okay. We have a couple different routers in the house, so I just connected to a different one. So
that's what happens when you got
sorry about that, guys.
Yes. Gamers. So anyway, would you like to pull a card?
Sure.
Let's pull a card and see what Spirit's got to tell us.
All right. This is for everybody. Let me just shuffle these up. Now, this is a new deck. I just starting to use this deck, so it's the Spirit Oracle. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that.
Hi, Teresa Levine.
It is by, it's in cursive, but I can't read what it says. Lily something.
Anyways, like it trying to figure out what was her name. Anyway, I did a card review today, and I couldn't pronounce Lunaria, or her name is Luna something or other.
Okay. All right. So here is. These are brand new. I've only worked with them once so far, so they're cleansed. They're cleansed, and they've been sitting with my crystals here. Oh my gosh, I got cards flying all over the place here. All right, let's take this one because it flew out. Ooh, I got Sacred Geometry.
Ooh.
Sacred Geometry.
Pyramids, too. That's a protection card.
Yes. Sacred Geometry. Oh, it's beautiful, too. I love the colors.
Yes.
The blues and the light lavenders, and you've got all that swirliness. Remember you and I were talking about the spiritual, almost like a triskelion, but it's like the swirls.
Yes.
The spirals, you know, they've got the spirals in the background.
Oh, you can't see that up there. And there's one of them right here.
Oh, okay.
There's one right up there. There's one.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yep. I want to get that tattooed to me, actually.
That is Native American symbol for homecoming. Let's stop and think about that for a minute, because I'm going to use it on the rattle that I'm making.
Oh, that's nice. That's cool. Yeah. So you get protection from this, from Sacred Geometry?
Yes, because it's pyramids, and a pyramid is, you put a pyramid over you to protect you, especially if you are a channeler. David Johnson, the channeler, that's what he does. He puts a pyramid. Actually, I'm trying to get him on this show. He's perfect for this show. Yeah, that's what he does. And he talks about putting the pyramid over you.
I get, when I'm looking at this card, the things that are coming into my head are divine order.
Yes.
And patience with the divine order.
Oh, yeah. Because can you imagine stacking pyramids? Do you know how much patience that would take to stack pyramids?
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah. So those are that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like everybody just have faith in the divine order and have patience with it, because especially right now, our world is so crazy right now. There are so many crazy things happening in this world, one after another. We've got issues like tissues, one after another, you know what I'm saying?
Oh
So,
yeah.
and I feel like sometimes it gets frustrating. Sometimes it's just like, are things just ever going to continue to get worse? And nothing's ever going to get better ever again, because sometimes it feels like that, especially
Doesn't
like
it though?
with COVID, with all the weird political things happening. There's just so much happening right now, with all the people killing each other, with all these slayings and stuff. It's like, is it ever going to get any better? Ever? But I believe that there is a divine order, and this is all leading to something. It's
Yeah,
all going into a direction.
yeah.
And
Hi, Wendy.
do you know what I mean?
You know
That's
what I'm. You know
Hi,
what I'm
Wendy.
leading to. This is the dawn of the age of Aquarius, my love.
Right.
You know, in the song, the fifth dimension song, they make it sound so wonderful and beautiful. Well, yeah, when we get in Aquarius,
Yeah.
it's the time of harmony and balance. You can't have harmony and balance until you can see the shit that's got to go out. So
First.
right now we're being
Oh,
shown. Hi,
wow.
Chrissy.
Chrissy, come in here. Chrissy's here. Look at there
Hi,
she
sweetheart.
is.
Hi, Chrissy.
Oh, and she's losing her voice. Hey,
Oh,
wait.
girlfriend.
Can I have her tell you guys a story real quick?
Absolutely.
Here, put on my headphones. Tell them about your Lionsgate moment with.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, honey. You sound so cute.
With the time.
With the Lionsgate.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. My dad, when I was younger, he used to always give us dimes to call him on the payphone when him and my mom split up. So every now and again, I'll see a dime, and it just started up again. I haven't seen dimes on the floor in like a while now. And then all of a sudden, when this, what is it?
The Lionsgate.
The Lions Gate started up, I started seeing the dimes on the floor.
And her son's a Leo.
Yes, my son is a Leo.
And you're going to see more because Lionsgate hasn't completely opened. It's just started to open. On the 8th, it will be at its peak. So you might actually get a dream or something from your father.
That'd be awesome.
Spirits just told me that. It's like, yeah, you're going to hear. My grandmother came last year through Lionsgate on the 8th to be my spirit guide. So, and this is the only grandmother that I ever knew.
Wow.
And she died when I was 5, so I didn't know her very well. Well, I know her intimately now because she's here.
And now it's her
Always here.
Good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, that's a great story. I love
Yes.
that. And
says that her dad
dimes.
send dimes when he passed too.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah, some to do with dimes, you know.
I love it. You go to hit show and then it moves up a couple.
I sound so bad.
I know my voice comes and goes just like
I
a
love it,
14-year-old kid.
And congratulations on your new job. She's got her job she's wanted to have for a long time.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Well, here's Dali.
Love you, Christy.
You need to go do some whiskey and some honey or something.
Hey, hot water, whiskey, and honey.
Hot
Not only
water,
will it
whiskey,
help
and
your
honey.
voice, but boy, you'll be all relaxed.
Not only will it help your voice, but you'll get relaxed. Yeah. Yeah, she just quit her job today, you guys. So
Oh,
we're
congratulations!
so excited. Yes, we are so excited.
Yay! That's great.
Yeah, she's got a weight coming off of her right now.
Oh
so-
yeah. So you're like, this is your Friday, and you're going to be in Friday until your Monday comes.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
on your new job.
Yeah, she starts her new job on the 22nd. So.
Oh, good. So you got some time.
So everybody send some like good energy. All of you who do Reiki, send her some Reiki. Teresa says new beginnings.
Yes. Yes,
Great
yes,
day.
yes. Hey, Beck, good to see you.
Hi, Beck. Hi, Beck.
Well,
And
I got a couple
Teresa.
cards.
Okay. All right. What did you get?
Actually, they felt I was shuffling and I was just wanting to get one card and got two.
You got 2 cards. Okay.
Yeah, and the first card is reminiscent of the card of the day. And when this happens, oh my goodness, is that validation? But it's the Hunter card.
Oh, it's the Hunter.
My card of the day on Instagram was all about how the hunter of tribal hunter of ancient times had special sight. Out of all of the herd's footprints, he would see one deer. He would follow that one footprint because that was the chosen one to sacrifice for the village. Upon the death of the animal, they honored the animal for its giving its sacrifice for the village. So it's all because of his sight. All because of his sight.
Yeah, that's awesome.
The card at the bottom of it, it says, track down your fears and desires. That ties in our shadow work conversation we were just having.
It sure
Because
does.
in your shadow work, the number one thing that's going to come up is this shit you're most afraid of.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, well, the shit that you're most afraid of and the shit that caused you the most pain.
Pain.
Physical,
yeah, and that's why you
emotional, or
shoved it in the
spiritual
back.
pain.
Because you don't want to look at it again, because every time you look at it, it is like it's happening all over.
Right.
But if you don't do it in shadow work, it will continue to come up and come up
Right.
and come up.
Right. And it becomes a roadblock
And
in your
then
life. With
it's happening to you over and over.
Yes, it's like
and
you never get
over.
past it. I'm sorry,
Right.
Christy. I'm like,
No, it's all right. I'm gonna leave you be.
okay. All right. We'll see you later. Well, thanks for coming,
Bye,
Christy.
love. Good to see you. I'm glad you stopped by. The second card is basic. I'm looking at this as a sentence now. The second card is the medicine mother.
Oh, that's such a beautiful card.
Honor your inner knowing.
Knowledge. Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
That's
someone
awesome.
Jay and I were talking earlier about how do you describe someone when you know something is going to happen, but you can't describe what you feel, how you know it. How do you put that into words? I have no idea. It's just I just know. I don't ever doubt it because hi, Stony Baker, because I feel it in my stomach as well as other places. Ray. Hey, hi, Viviani. Good to see you. So, if you look at these two as a sentence, you have the hunters telling you to track down your fears because the medicine mother wants you to honor your inner knowing.
There you go. Yes. Yes.
So, I'm going to put up this wonderful.
Oh, the pledge.
Yes, we get to do the Lightworkers pledge.
I put my hand on my heart.
And I finally got smart and did it as an overlay, so you guys don't have, if you don't have access to a description box, you're watching it on an iPad or a TV. Hi. I decided to do it as an overlay.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
I will act based on judgment. Well, sorry, I might want to start from the beginning. I declare a pledge to love. I will act based on judgments from the heart. I will act not based on judgments of fear or lack. I will act not controlled by self-interest, commercial, or political agendas. I will act attempting to reduce conflict and division. I will act to promote cooperation. I will act to promote consensus. I will act to promote peace. I will act recognizing the quality of all human beings. I will act to pursue the picture of the collective truth rather than personal truth. I will act to acknowledge the responsibility of supporting others in their spiritual awakening. I will act and do not deliberately or knowingly misinform. I declare this pledge in love.
Yes. I love that pledge.
It always gives me goosebumps when I
I
read
say
it.
it every week with you.
Oh, thank you. I can hear you whispering it. It gives me goosebumps every time I read it. Every time. And I read it during the week too. Because it's my reminder of everything I stand for.
Yes.
Everything I stand for. I don't want this division among us anymore. I am sick and tired of Republicans hating Democrats and liberals being baby eaters and bullshit.
Love one another, you motherfuckers.
Or I'm going to beat the fuck out of you. It's just like, come on.
No, I
What do
agree.
we accomplish by being this way?
Right. 100%.
All we accomplish is destroying each other. There's nothing positive in this stuff. Nothing. Yeah.
Oh, Stoney missed the pledge because he was making a burger.
Oh, well, I guess it's better than doing a yoga bong. Which is a lot of what he gets distracted with.
That's okay. I like burgers too, Stoney.
Hey, Stoney, guess what I'm having for dinner?
Cheeseburger with bacon.
The bacon cheeseburger.
Are you?
Yes, I got the bacon patty thawing.
I felt that.
Hey, that's one of my favorite things. And, Walmart did deliver my food today.
Yay.
So I have lots to pick from. Hey, have you guys ever heard of a pluot?
No.
Or tried one even? It's a cross between a kumquat and a plum. And so it is a little plum, like the little green plums, only it's orange, kind of an orangey brown color.
Mm-hmm.
And it tastes, it has an orange taste to it, but it's an orange tart plum, because a kumquat is orange. So, and it's a kumquat, you can eat the whole thing, peel and all, it's all sweet.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a orange, it's a little tiny orange.
Oh.
And
No.
they're people
like a
candy
mandarin?
them and stuff, but you can pick them off a tree and just pop the whole thing in your mouth, peel and all.
Oh.
They're really, really good.
Oh my.
That's a kumquat. But anyway, this thing is, you see them in the grocery stores. They're called dinosaur eggs, and they're in, with the plums and the peaches. That's my favorite summer fruit. They're really, really good.
Well, when I come visit you, we're going to have some. We're going to have all these things I've never tried before.
Well, and it's not even an Arizona thing. My brother has a kumquat tree in Salinas, California. So
I don't even know what these things are.
But I think you've got to have the right climate, because
we don't.
Because it can't handle the cold because of the kumquat part. Kumquats originate from the Mediterranean, actually.
Oh, okay.
They're the little oblong shaped oranges that you'll see in Greek salads once in a while. That's a kumquat.
Oh,
Yeah.
Maybe I have had it then.
They're really good.
I've had lots of Greek salads. Hi, Manasa. Manassa's here. Hello, my friend. Manassa, we were just talking about mindfulness. Hey, you know what? If Manassa's still in here, on her, I hope you don't mind me talking about her mindfulness program yesterday, but
you can talk about anything you want to talk about, Manassa. She's been on the show.
I love all the mindfulness stuff. I've been missing that because the Zen school that I went to closed, and I don't get any access to it now, to the mindfulness training. And so I've been really enjoying it. But she had us as an exercise write down 3 things that we were grateful for. So in your mind right now, just for the second, just think of 3 things that you're grateful for. And I'll give you a couple seconds here. So think of 3 things. You got it?
No doubt. I got it.
Was one of the things that you chose you?
Nope.
It should be.
It should be the first thing you choose.
Yes. And she said that, and my mind went,
Wow.
I
Yeah,
was like, wow, she is so
my mind just
right.
went, well, yeah, you're supposed to love yourself.
Stony weed.
Warden
But
and Weed. He says his two are Warden and Weed. Warden's
Warden,
his wife.
oh,
He
we'll see that
adores her.
that
So.
makes my heart happy to hear that.
He and Warden are like you and Rick. You're twin flames.
Yeah,
Most
like
definitely.
we're partners in crime for sure.
Oh, hi, Teresa. Good to see you, darling.
Oh, like all these great people here. I'm so happy to see everybody. That's awesome. But yeah, so that like blew my mind. I was just like, wow. So all this week now, I'm going to be writing down between now and the next time I see Manasa. I'm going to be writing down every day 3 things that I'm grateful for. And I did that this morning before I left to work. And I realized that I left the house. I mean, I'm a pretty happy person all the time anyways, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, I have my days too. I have my days where I'm
we all
just like,
do.
where I get into a dark place.
Sure.
But I just realized that we all throughout our life measure what what is going on in our lives by the heaps of bad that happen to us, right? Because when something bad happens, a lot of time it's a big heap, right?
Mm-hmm.
Someone dies, or you lose your job, or you know, your car breaks down. These are all things that are really really tumultuous, and we think about these things and we measure our life based on how much bad we have, instead of looking at how much good we have. And there's good things happen. Good things are happening
Wow.
every second of every day. Think about it. Like today, I opened up my front door. There were 4 squirrels there. And they were all looking at me like, hey, lady, can I have my peanuts, please? You know, and I had such a big smile on my face. I was just like, I love these squirrels. And I throw out the peanuts. A little bit later on, I see the little girl who lives across the street. The little girl's name is Lumen, which I think is a beautiful name.
That's gorgeous.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see her chasing I saw her chasing a butterfly down the street. And I thought, pure joy right there. That is a great example of pure innocent joy, you know, and it brought a big smile to my face, you know. And then I like went to give my dog Crosby a treat, and I'm like, do you want a big boy bone? And he went. And every time he does that, I'm just like, oh, that brings me so much joy. So we have these moments of joy all the time, one after another. And we don't measure our lives according to our joy. Why don't we do that?
That's a really good question. You know, as you're talking, you notice I got real serious here, because I have been through major traumas,
Yes, you have.
and I measured everything in between those. Instead of looking at it as though, whew, that shit's over, I don't gotta look at that no more. I made it through that. I need to be looking at it as though, thank you for giving me that opportunity to sit with myself, to learn with myself, so I can see what I have for gifts and what I have to be grateful for.
Right. So
and it's amazing because when I first was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, I'll be honest with you guys, I was going to commit suicide. And I mean, I went so far as I collected up all my medications, which I was on 3 kinds of narcotics. That alone would have wiped me out. Just one of them would have done it, because it was 200 milligrams of morphine.
Right.
Take a whole bottle of those. They ain't waking you up.
No.
Oh, yeah, they will. I'll give you Narcan.
Now, yeah.
Right now. But the Narcan wears off, and you can, because it's time released morphine. So that's
right.
Anyway, through spending, I couldn't hardly wear clothes, you guys. My fibromyalgia was so bad. The hair on my arms felt like my nerve endings on the outside of my skin.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only way I can describe it to you.
Yeah,
So
well,
I
I can
couldn't wear
understand you.
clothes.
I can understand that making you suicidal. Like when, because
Yeah.
that's what drives most people to suicide is exhaustion. Exhaustion is what does it.
Yes. Oh,
You're
yes.
exhausted with the pain, you're exhausted with the mental pain, you're exhausted
And I
with something.
didn't really
It's
understand what
exhaustion.
was happening to me, that it
Mm-hmm.
was my nerves misfiring. And then at the same time, I have doctors telling me you'll never work again. And I have my dad telling me you have to get a job because you got to have money coming in somewhere.
Right.
And so I was like, if this is what life's all about, I don't want nothing to do with it.
So what changed?
I sat at the I took myself to the emergency room and I sat with, at first, they put me with a security guard that was your typical, I'm sorry to describe him this way, y'all, but oath keeper skinhead. Wouldn't even friggin' look at me because I'm wanting to commit suicide. And I'm a girl, so I'm a weak girl. So he wouldn't talk to me, wouldn't look at me, he just sat by me and guarded me. That's how I felt.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, I got called back into a room and it was changing of the guard. His shift was over. Thank you. And an older black man security guard came in. Gray in his mustache. He had a mustache and a goatee, and salt and pepper in his wonderful hair. And we got to talking, and he's like, "You're beautiful. What are you here for? They told me you don't want to live anymore. What's going on?" So I started telling him what was the deal. My dad had just pushed me too far, and he was like, "Well, sounds to me like your dad needs to be sitting here for a psych eval, not you." I was like, wow, thank you. He says, I got a daughter that is a prostitute and a heroin addict. And darling, I'd give anything in the world if you were my daughter. And right then and there, I knew he was not a security guard. That man was an angel. And he was sent there because my work wasn't done and I wanted to stop.
Mm.
And that's what changed it.
Well, that, you know what? Sometimes people are angels, aren't they? They come
They
into our
really are.
lives and they I'm
He
sorry.
saved my life, Stony. So yeah, I fell in love. He literally saved my life. By the
Yeah.
time the psychiatric part of the hospital came in to do my psych eval, they told me exactly the same thing. Your dad needs to be here instead of you. Or do you feel safe to go home? And I was like, actually, I'm the one that was violent, not my dad. I picked a chair up and threw it at him, you guys. He pushed me too far.
Yeah.
No, he was already married, Stony. I don't collect married men.
I like what Stoney said about you kicking the cop's ass and then you escaped. And then there was a made,
man, that
and
guy.
that would make a great made for TV movie, wouldn't it?
That guy, that security guard scared the crap out of me the whole time I sat there. His energy was so cold.
Yeah, he was dehumanizing you. He was dehumanizing you.
Yeah, and
That's not okay.
He was a friggin' rent-a-cop because he couldn't make it as a real one.
Yeah.
That's how I look at security guards. Sorry, guys. I know a lot of cops are security guards in their off time. But in this town, rent-a-cops.
But not the black guy.
Not this guy. No,
No,
he didn't act like
he
a
was an
security guard
angel.
either.
He was an angel.
Exactly.
He was an
He
angel.
did not act like a security guard.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have his nightstick on his side and his gun on his other side. And you go to the university hospital, shoot, they got a Malinois that hangs out with the security guard in the emergency room because that's the community hospital. The gangsters.
Oh, gotcha.
Get end up there.
That's actually a kind of a cool subject, though, talking about how people, you have to look at them maybe in a different way because they might not have been people. They might have been angels,
Absolutely.
Like you and I have talked about that. I had a situation where I was driving my truck and my tire blew on my truck and I went spinning off the road down into a ditch. And I was like, oh my God, how am I going to get my truck out of here? The tire is blown, I didn't have AAA at that time, and this was before everybody had a cell phone. Okay, this was
Yeah,
years and
right.
years ago. So I'm like, what am I going to do? And this guy stopped. Okay, first of all, he had eyes that were so blue they were almost white. Okay, that was like the first thing I noticed about him. And he was in a beautiful suit, like a beautiful fitting suit. He was a strikingly handsome guy that had like a glow about him. And he's like, "Oh, you stuck there down in the ditch?" And I'm like, "I am." And he's like, "I'll help you get out." He pulled this chain out. He just happened to have a chain in the back of his truck, okay? And he like hooked it onto my truck, pulled my truck out of the ditch. There was like a tree attached to my bumper. There was
Wow.
a freaking tree. Okay, well, anyways, he like jacked up my car. He changed the tire, and he got himself all muddy. His beautiful, beautiful suit was full of mud, and he was still smiling. And he's like, "Are you going to be okay now?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a little shook up, but I think I'll be all right. Thank you so much." I'm like, "Look at you, you're all full of mud." He's like, "Don't worry about it. It's fine." He jumps into his truck and he drives away. And the first thing I thought to myself was, that was an angel. That was not even a person. That was
That's right.
absolutely 100% an angel, you know?
Mhm. That
And
was actually one of your guardian angels, to be honest with
I'm
you.
positive of it. I mean, I couldn't believe, and even if he wasn't, by some weird thing, if he wasn't an angel, he was being used as an angel and helping me through this process. And I had another situation, I just told you about this, Katie,
Hmm.
where I almost hit a train. I would have hit a
Oh,
train
yeah.
if this person wasn't in front of me to stop my car from going forward and hitting the train. And it was just a miracle that the car in front of me was a big old like 1972 Oldsmobile Delta 98 or something like that. It was just this big land yacht of a car, and I was driving this little tiny tinfoil Honda Civic, right? And it was like, if it would have been any other car, I would have pushed that car into the train, and I would have killed somebody. Or if that car wasn't there at all, I would have gotten pushed into the train. But that person was there, and it just happened to be a giant car that could stop me from going forward. And she was so delightful. This person was so delightful. And it never dawned on me that she might have been an angel too until you said something to me about that, Katie. And now the more that I'm thinking about it, the more I'm like, yeah, I bet she was. But she was a lawyer. So
Well,
she was like a lawyer angel, but if
um,
anything, she was being used as an angel.
let me put it this way. She may have told you she was a lawyer.
Maybe, but
And also,
she
let
took
me
care of
tell you, that
everything.
doesn't mean that there are not angels in the legal field.
Oh, sure. Well, she was one of
No,
them
I mean, you
for
want to
sure.
talk about a place where they're needed is in jails and places like that. Oh my gosh, they're needed more there than out with us regular folk.
Right. Well, Sherry says she's got angel stories
Yeah, I
too.
saw that. So that's something you can talk about on your
Good
channel.
good
That's
night,
cool. Okay.
Manasa. Good night, Manasa. Thank
Thank
you
you,
for stopping
Manasa, for
by.
coming. I love you so much, sweet, sweet lady. You
Yeah,
know,
sweet, sweet Manasa, who's
when you're,
also an angel. I'm
oh,
convinced. I'm
absolutely.
convinced of it. I'm convinced that she's actually an angel. So, or being used as one anyway. So,
Yeah, what I was starting to tell you when I was talking Kevin, when Kevin was on the show, on this show, and we were talking about our authentic self. We were talking about in the comments on our videos and stuff. You're used to getting all these lovely, everybody loves you. You know, you guys in the chat are wonderful and wonderful, and it makes you feel so good, and you're so happy. And you get one dickhead who
mhm.
doesn't like your glasses, or your teeth aren't white enough, and it erases all those good comments, and it just boom, knocks your energy down. That one bad comment.
Yeah,
Why does that do that to us?
I don't know.
I think it's
It
because our
crushes.
parents, we try so hard to please the authority. When we're little, we try to please those authority figures.
Yeah,
And
it's something that you told me that,
it's a
and
people
something that
pleaser thing. I want people to like me.
Right.
I
But
don't care.
something that you told me that sticks with me is it's not my business what other people are thinking about me.
Exactly.
And that like really struck me as like, yeah, you're right. I am not in control of what other people think about me. That is
Right.
not my job in this world, is to make sure that everybody likes me. That's not my job. I can't be my authentic self if I am
Exactly.
constantly walking on eggshells around people, that I'm not even being who I really am. So if somebody
You're actually not
doesn't,
even being anybody.
no, you're not. You're just being you're mirroring what you think that other person wants instead of being who you really are.
Well, and if you're
And
involved with a narcissist, it's not even something you seek. They make it very clear
yeah,
what they think, what they want you to be.
yeah.
But
Stoney
that's all
says,
I say that. I don't say that because I come from a family full of them. I was raised in a family of narcissists, so I even had my own narcissistic tendencies. That was a big shadow work to work through because I didn't want to admit.
oh, I did too. I have an ego. I'm just like anybody.
None.
I'm just like anybody, and I've got an ego. When you hear your whole life, every job I've gone into, everything that I've ever done, I've been pretty good at it. I've succeeded, and that can get to your head. That can like make you start thinking stupid thoughts about yourself and how you view other people. And
Yeah.
I've knocked that all down. I just
Hey,
knocked
Wally
that
Fish.
out because that's
Good to
not
see
that's
you,
not
Wally
cool.
Fish, mate, from
Wally
Australia.
fish.
He's from
Wally fish.
Australia. He's an
Oh,
Aussie.
cool. Neat. That's cool. Stoney says he can't be himself because he's never. Wait, I can't.
Because you never met him.
I never met him.
Hey, Stoney, guess what? I met him, and he's pretty fantastic.
I love Stoney. I love
I
everybody who's
do
in here.
too.
All you people
Everybody
are
loves
awesome.
Stoney. I was telling in Stoney's chat yesterday, we were talking about ego. Now, this is different because there's a difference between the two parts of your subconscious, which are spirit and ego.
Mhm.
And then there's that part of you that becomes egotistical. That is not the same as that other ego.
Correct. Yes.
The fragile male ego is the egotistical part. Everyone has an ego. You have to have one. You don't necessarily want to strive for ego death, folks.
No,
You
you
need
gotta.
your ego. That is how you survive fight or flight.
Yes.
It
Yes.
is primal. You need that. But at the same time, you cannot let it rule you as though
Right.
you are in fight or flight.
Right.
Because it'll lie to you to save you.
Yes. Yes.
And when you don't always want to go the safe route. The adventure is not the safe route.
Yeah. The journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The adventure, to me, life, after I've survived death enough times now that life is really an adventure, and that's all it's supposed to be.
Right.
People want to know their purpose, and I repeat this over and over and over again. You don't have to be looking at your occupation as your purpose.
Yeah.
You'll have many occupations.
100%. That is exactly what I went through when I left my job. I was like, this is ruling my life to the point where I don't have one.
Yep.
And I was like,
It
I just
took your
can't
life.
do
It
this anymore.
stole it.
I can't do this anymore. So now I'm working just a job. I go to my work, I do my job. I leave my job there when I leave my work, and I come home and I'm happy.
Yes. And
So
I'm doing what I love, which is being creative and doing this YouTube thing. And I'm not making a lot of money, but I'm making terrific lifetime friends. I'm helping people's lives get better.
yeah.
I get wonderful people send me gifts. And speaking of gifts, I wish she was here, but she can't be because she's live on her channel right now doing true crime. Miss Black Cat Tarot sent me the most beautiful gift. Oh my God, Maya. I love you so much. Look at this, you guys. Stay wild, Moonchild. Isn't that a gorgeous cup?
That's
And
so
that
you.
cup she already knows it has a special use. This is going to be used for my bedtime tea.
Oh, I thought you were going to say wine.
No, I don't do I'm not drinking
I'm drink
alcohol.
I'm drinking my bedtime tea.
Well, you know what? My bedtime well, my bedtime tea is about that good because it's made out of marijuana shake leaves.
Yay! Well,
Green
that's
tea,
gonna
man. That's
relax
the
you.
best green tea on it. It tastes so much like regular green tea. And it doesn't make you really high, but it does take the edge off and help me go to sleep.
There you go.
So that's all that this cup is going to be used for. Otherwise, it's hanging out on my altar.
Jenny
Because
says, "Oh, KD, 2 more CNA endorsements so I can travel."
yay! Yeah. Jenny, she's going for a job as a traveling nurse.
Oh, that's awesome. You go,
Yeah.
girl. We need
Yes.
the nurses are all angels. They're all angels. Every nurse is an angel.
She wanted to know. She wanted a reading. This was a couple Wednesdays ago. She wanted a reading on, what she was going to do with this job, and I pulled up that it was going to involve some travel, and that it sounded like a lot of fun. It was an adventure. And then she told me, well, she was thinking about becoming a traveling nurse,
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
that she was going to contact the company. And I told her, oh my God, call the company. You got to go. This card's saying exactly that.
Spirit came
For the
forward and
live
told you, yes.
10 minutes before my live stream was over, she comes back in and says, Katie, the company just called me.
Wally Fish says nurses rock.
Yes. Yeah. So instead of her having to contact the company, they called her. That's like not even a half hour after that reading.
Wow.
Yeah.
See?
Well, I was still in the live stream.
Instant validation right there.
I was like,
Instant
oh my God.
validation.
So yeah, that's why she's keeping me up on what's going on. Jenny.
Wally, you've had 4 heart attacks? Jeepers Christmas.
Hey, Wally has lived the life.
Whoa.
Wally was a roadie.
Oh,
roadie for
Floyd.
rock bands, roadie.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, pretty cool.
And Flowing says that
Oh,
thank
cool.
you, I'm a retired RN.
Jenny, if you get to Tucson, if you come here as a traveling nurse, oh my gosh, girl, we're gonna hang out. We're gonna have lots of fun together. That sounds like fun. Ooh.
Well,
aha, Flowing's a retired RN. So see, yeah.
Katie, I don't know if you saw, but it's 8:04. And yep. I have to get off so I can start working on the house some more because I have off of work tomorrow. So I can actually go out and help Rick do a few of the siding boards tonight. So cool. I got to help him out. But
this is the point where I'm, I just need to ask you what you do when you're down.
I will tell you that. I am a meditator, as you know, Katie, you know this, but I meditate. I meditate daily. And when I'm feeling really, really low, I put on some beautiful classical music and I sit on my meditation cushion and I just breathe. I just breathe and I relax myself from my head to my toes. And then I allow whatever's festering down there to come out so that I can acknowledge it.
Yeah.
And I can deal with it in that moment.
Right.
And then I let it go. I just let it go. I just go, and I don't take it back. It's important when you let things go not to take them back. We have, as human beings, we do that as humans. We take back so much of what we try to let go of. And I'm not sure why we do that. I'm not sure what primal thing is in us.
Control it.
Yeah.
I really do. And the best thing that you can do is to let it go and not control it.
Yeah,
it always works out better that way. We always mess it up when we try to take it over.
Yeah, we gotta let those things sometimes just go, and that is what I do when I'm down. I also like to, like you, Katie, I like to turn up the music and dance. Nobody's watching.
Sing. Oh, I don't care
Yeah.
if anybody's watching me. Only time I don't want them watching me is when I'm dancing to the moon naked in the backyard.
Oh, I don't even care about that. Come watch me. If that's your thing, have at it.
Well, you have two men that live with you. I don't. Otherwise, I could throw a cat at him. My 30-pound cat would kind of hurt. Oh, I could pull this out. Oh, yeah, I could pull this out. Wait a minute. You can't go yet. I got to do this.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
I could pull this out. My bed partner.
She brings out the machete. The machete.
When you live alone in the city and you don't know how to shoot a gun and you work in the garden, you use your machete.
Your machete.
I bought that when we went into shutdown because, the poor boys and those guys, they were pretty harassing. I actually got texts from them.
I know you were telling me about that. That's just ridiculous. These
It's
people.
fun living in Arizona.
Man.
And being an independent, and they think that you're going to vote conservative, when actually the reason I'm an independent is because the Democrats aren't liberal enough for me. And I mean, the progressive Democrats are not liberal enough for me. Mm-hmm. I'm a bleeding heart liberal. You want my shirt, it's yours.
I'm not sure if Lenin was liberal enough for you, honey. Honestly. I'm kidding.
Oh, Viviani. Wow. Thank you. She put up my Amazon wish list.
Oh, wow. That was nice of you.
P.O. box, you guys. Because I don't really have, I can give you my home address, but, but I'm going to get a P.O. box.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Just in case. Well, I can hear that.
I love you very
Rick
much.
is like right outside the window now knocking. I think this is his way of saying,
I need your help. You're done now. It's over an hour. Tell him I'm sorry I kept you late. I love you.
No, that's okay. That's all right. Well, you guys, I want to thank every single person who was in the chat. You guys were all very active and talkative, and that is always exciting to see when everybody, that's one of the things that I love the most about the Lightworkers Roundtable is there are so many different peoples from so many different walks of life who gather here all together on Thursday nights to lift each other up. And there is nothing more special than that as far as I'm concerned. And I appreciate this show so much, Katie. You just, you're my sister and I love you. And I on that list of things that Manasseh asked us to write down about, what we're grateful for, you were at the top of the list. Because I don't know.
Wow.
The spiritual journey that I'm on right now, I could not do. Oh, look I'm starting to cry.
Oh, honey.
I would not be able to do without you. And I hope that you realize, just how much you mean to me. And all of you guys in the chat, you are consistently uplifting, all of you, and all the people that you have on your show are consistently uplifting. And in a world where there is so much darkness, this light is just amazing to me, So thank you, Katie.
I would like to take credit for it, but I can't.
I know.
Because
it's spirit.
This particular show wasn't even my idea.
I know, but it still takes courage and tenacity to facilitate what spirit asks you to do.
It takes total and complete trust.
It does.
And I know that every time I follow that with total and complete trust, and it's not the rewards, it's the feeling, is the joy is so enormous. Like what happened with Jenny.
Mm-hmm.
When something like that happens, it's like, I can die now and I'm fine. I made a difference in somebody's life.
Yes, you did.
It's like, woo. And it happens more and more and more and more and more. And I love everyone. I love being on this YouTube journey that I'm on right now.
Stoney's like, there's no crying in YouTube. Yes, there is.
Yes. On a Lightworkers channel.
Yes. No, but Stoney, you don't have to cry.
Rachel, thank you so much. We definitely are going to be doing our little. We got to get more into the Norse. You are so knowledgeable there, and I am so ignorant there. I need to learn more, so I
Uh,
want to have you come.
Well,
And
I will do that,
soon.
and it is my intention with my channel at some point to do like a Norse Thursday or a Norse Wednesday, like Woden's Day, Wednesday, where I talk about like the different Norse gods. There's so many great channels out there, though, you guys, for if you are interested in learning about the Norse gods, or the Norse/Germanic pagan
Mhm.
pantheon of gods. There's some great channels out there. I don't know that I could add much more to it, but I might give my perspective on
I
those
want your
gods.
perspective.
Yeah,
That's what I
and
want.
what I think of them and why I think they're amazing. So,
Yes. Yeah, that's what I
all
want
right.
to hear. That's what makes it real. That's the authentic part of it. You can watch the history stuff and you can watch the Gaia has stuff on all that, Gaia
Mhm.
TV. And they're all great to watch and you'll learn a lot. But when you know someone that it is a very important part of their life, it's good
Well,
to hear
there
it.
right, there's the
Yeah,
personal experiences that are
exactly.
really that are exciting, and that's kind of what I want to talk about, are my
Yes.
personal experiences with certain deities. So,
Oh, Stony, that history is nothing boring about history. In that case, dude, I'm right there with you because that's what I would rather watch history documentaries in the evenings than anything else.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
look at
that's what I do in the evenings, in case you guys wonder.
Herc says, or Jay says, "Love you, Rachel. You're awesome. Love talking about mindfulness on my channel
His
also."
channel is very oriented to mindfulness, wellness, and being healthy.
Yeah, no,
His
that's good. I
channel's
need more
awesome.
of the healthy stuff. I gotta like spend more time watching you, Jay, because that's an area of my life that I want to improve on, is like
Hmm.
my actual physical health, and getting weight off of
Well,
me, and
he
developing an
teaches yoga.
exercise.
He teaches
Yoga, I would
yoga,
love to know. I would love to learn yoga. I only
several
know a
kinds.
little bit of yoga, and I'd like to do more.
Jay's channel's the place to go, and
Okay.
his classes are very reasonable.
Okay. Well, I'm all for that.
Yeah.
All right. I suppose we should go now.
Love
All
you
right.
guys. Thank you. I've got
Thank you, everyone.
one quote to tell you before you take off.
Okay.
Shine your light and make a positive impact on the world. There's nothing so honorable as helping to improve the lives of others. And I can tell you that personally. I love you guys. Thank you
I love you.
so much for coming, everybody. You have no idea how much you mean to me. You really don't. Thank you. I love you, love you, love you.
All
We'll
right.
see you next week when my guest will be Deanne Shield Maiden.
Ooh, Shield Maiden.
Hey, we love Deanne. We love our Deanne. So
All
see
right. Well, you
you
guys,
next time.
yeah, take care, everybody. Thank you so much.
Bye bye now.
Bye bye.